Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. When you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
What is going on, crypto fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Nightcap. We're doing this every Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we bring you some of the most important market news as well as technical analysis that you can actually use for tomorrow. And I hope that all of you had a very, very Merry Christmas. And we are pushing right into the new year, so you know what time it is. If you're slacking on that working out, it's time to get a little bit swole going into that new year. New Year's resolutions, I know they're coming. But hey, we got to talk about some crypto. We got to talk about Bitcoin hitting a very major level of support. We have been looking at that for quite some time on this channel. You guys know it because you're here every day. But that being said, I am actually very, very excited because I think we have the audio issues finally worked out. We got my man FD back, and we are about to bring you that alpha. Let's go ahead, bring FD up. The moment of truth. Here we go. Let's go.
Hello, TradeFly.
My dude.
TradeFly, is the robot voice going?
You can't even fake it how bad it was, man. There ain't no way.
Good, man. What's up, man? How was your Christmas?
It was good. It was good. I mean, I had to work Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, really night, right? Because I worked the night shift, and you know, if y'all looked at the chat a little early, freedom fighting never dies, man. So I was a little busy, but at the same time, I found a way to get home. Kids got to open their gifts when they woke up, so they were happy to have me home in the morning. I had some breakfast. I passed out, bro. I passed out till like 5 p.m. and then I got to wake up and do it again. So, but it was cool, man. My parents came in town, so I had them in for a few days, and that was cool. Now they're thinking about moving out to California. That would be super dope to have kind of some family here and be together. So, you know, it's good. Good times, man. What about you?
I didn't get nothing for Christmas, man. So,
No,
it was by choice. It was by choice. I told everybody, you know, I'm good this year. I just want to see.
They couldn't even throw you some crypto. Like, hey,
Nah,
okay.
man, the kids were smiling. That was a gift from the
Yeah,
gift
there you
enough.
go. There you go.
Family, so it was good, man. So, are we doing a show tomorrow, or what's going on?
I planned to no. Actually got to talk about that. We can talk about this live. So surprise everyone. Here's the background since we're working audio issues the whole time. I am actually going to take my kids to a circus down, I think it's just south of LA or near LA. So FD, I will put it over to you, man. If you got something going on, then I'm sure most people are going to be pretty busy on New Year's Eve. I imagine you are too, but if you want to run with it, go for it. If not, you got things going on, I think that's going to be cool too, and I think everyone will understand.
Okay, yeah, cool, yeah. I got stuff going on, so
All right.
see
Well, there it is,
see you
peeps.
Wednesday. See
Yeah,
you Wednesday.
we'll see ya. We'll see ya when we see ya. All right, sounds good. But that's all right. We got some things to talk about tonight. Maybe we can get you ahead of some things to come. All right, so that's how we roll here. But let's go over to the chat. Let's say what's up to some peeps. I see this. It's rolling. It's rolling. I saw my boy Crux in here earlier too. It's good to see him. Don't get to see you very much anymore these days. Over there doing it big over at, with Investing Bros, man. So congrats to you, man. Super excited for you. And I cannot pull out the live chat for whatever reason, but that's all right. Let's go and roll through this. Username, I see you in the chat. What's up, brother? Hope all is well. He wanted to make fun of me, but he couldn't make fun of me because I was too nice to him. Kill him with kindness, they say. I think it might have worked. Harp, he's in the chat. What's up, brother? Congratulations to you. I will see you in the playoffs, kind of. I think we actually are lined up against somebody else. Not going to lie. I'm kind of happy about that. So, but cool. Congrats. Eagles made the playoffs. The Commanders. If you watched that game last night, wild, man. It was probably the best game of the weekend, and they flexed it into Sunday night, which validates all the reason for them to flex games in the NFL. I know half of you don't care about that, but I do. So that's that. Jesse Galoo.
Oh man,
What's up?
I forgot the Lions play San Francisco, man. In 15 minutes. Somebody keep me updated.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Well, we'll be able to catch the second half at least. That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. All right. Jesse's in here. What's up, brother? How are you? Again, Crux. See him in the chat. How you doing, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you. And, of course, our lovely mod queen, Alexandra G. I hope you had a great holiday. And let's keep rolling here. Let's see who else we got. Rolling through, scrolling through. You guys are just blowing up the chat. I love to see it. See you working the playoff beard, eh? Hey. I'm going to shave it here in like 10, 15 minutes after the show. I promise you. I got to go to work tonight. Jay Violet, she said good morning with a coffee. Or evening. Jay Violet, where are you from? I need to know this now since you said good morning. Are you not from the States? That would be news to me. All right. Scrolling down here a little bit more. Kate Diggity, no doubt. What's up, brother? How are you? Good to see you in the chat. She said 9:05 a.m. So she is definitely not in the States. Interesting. Have to find out where she's from. Aussie. You know what? I think I have seen you say that before. That's cool. That's cool. I'm glad you spend your mornings with us. I appreciate that. And of course, our dude, Retro Mike Tech, is in the house, man.
I think Jay Violet actually does content. I think I've watched a couple of her. I think I'm subscribed. If I may be wrong, but Jay Violet, correct me if I'm wrong. You do content. I think I'm subscribed. I think I liked every video that you've made, that you put up. If that's you, let me know. I think that's you though.
You know what I'm doing right now, right? Let's do this. We are now on the hunt. We are on the hunt. I cannot select anything from my chat though. Usually I can just go straight to their. I cannot select. Oh no, this is bad. Am I going to be able to do TA? Am I even going to be able to? Okay, I can select that. Well, I can't do a search right now, so I may have to, when FD's doing some stuff, I may have to reload my my pages here. So let's go ahead. I think I missed one person. I saw someone else in the chat here. Let me just scroll back through real quick. It was Robert Mulligan. So he said, good evening. Good evening to you, my dude. All right. So here we go. All right, y'all know what time. She said, I deleted everything. Oh, okay. Well then, I guess I can't show your page for everyone to see because I would have embarrassed you. That's what I do. All right, let's go over to our first segment of the night. Y'all know what it is now. It is going to be the Daily Degen. Let's get it going. Here we go. So it is a Daily Degen, and you guys know that we always bring like Bitcoin up first. I just went ahead and went for it. I got GOAT, greatest of all time, because Jesse was in the chat saying GOAT, 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 GOAT. I know he meant go, 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 but he said GOAT, GOAT, GOAT. So guess what? We got GOAT, GOAT, GOAT. We're gonna put some money on GOAT. If you guys could let me know in the chat what we are voted on right now. I forgot to pull out the poll, so I can't pull it up on mine right now. Let me know in the chat what we are right now in terms of the vote, if we are long or short, which you guys have voted on. Keep you posted. It was lame. Don't say that, Jay Violet. Don't say that. All right. Well, you know what? If you do, she does crypto content.
I don't think so. I think I don't have the right person.
Okay.
I'm sorry. She said she
Oh,
did have some post up, but she deleted all
gotcha.
of them, and I didn't
I
see
gotcha.
anything on the channel. We were
Yeah,
gonna give you a good shout out for sure. We were gonna give you a shout out.
absolutely, absolutely, we would. Let's see. I'm watching it bounce, but not quite ready. All right. So I don't know if we are long or short right now because I don't have the poll up. Do you have the poll up, FD? Let's see here.
Mine disappeared. I usually take it off my it's an
Yeah,
option to
so I have it
okay.
on mine, but the other one that I typically have up
Let me
is
see what's
not.
going on
That's all good.
usually.
I'm pulling it up right now. Ain't no worry. Ain't no worry. Easy peasy. Y'all are short? 16 vote. Y'all are short. Okay. I'm seeing a little bit more of this, man. Is the sentiment starting to
It's not
change?
looking good, man. I'm looking at Bitcoin right now,
Is the
and
sentiment changing?
the sentiment is changing, man. When the
Oh.
sentiment change, that means you need to buy.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let's go 50x. That'll let us do 50x on GOAT. Ain't gonna do a whole lot. You know that.
Let me do a quick analysis on GOAT, just really quick, 30
Yeah, do your
seconds.
thing, man.
No,
Do your
you don't need
thing.
to. I'm just looking at it. I'm just looking really quick.
I'm on the 4 hour right now.
I'm on the 5 minute. Ooh, we're coming up to some support on the 5 minute.
On the 5 minute, I'll bring that just up.
I feel like we might get a small bounce first and then a rollover.
Yeah,
But
well, I
they
mean, we
want
got
to go
45
short. We can go
minutes.
short. Yeah. The
Well, it's
optimal
already,
entry would have been 40 around
yeah.
40. But
Unfortunately, we don't get optimal entries on this. We just go for it. And we are
go
down
for it.
17% already, 20% already. So
Uh,
that's how you roll on GOAT, baby. Let's go. It's all good. It's just TradeFly's money. We ain't worried about it. All right, cool. So that's how we do on the Daily Degen. If you guys are new here, we leave it up to you to choose whether we go long or short, and we don't do a lot of analysis on it. We just go for it. That's why it is a Degen segment. With that being said, we will come back to it, and we will probably look at our liquidation here a little later. But it's all Gucci. It's all Gucci. Let's get into some news. All right, first up, we got the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF called Greatest Launch in ETF History. Let that sink in. The greatest launch in ETF history. And you know what? I mean, it's been nothing but bullish. I mean, people have bought up Bitcoin at a cyclic rate. It's gotten a lot of, headlines. Obviously, we have pro crypto, we'll say president-elect right now, and it's starting to get some regulation. It's really making some headway. We've elected officials that are crypto, pro crypto as well. So it's looking good. Sentiment looks good. Retail's coming back. All looking good for Bitcoin. And I think it's a really, how do I say this? Because I'm not going to say it's a really safe way, but I think it's a kind of a safe way to get your exposure. So you take out the element of being exposed to the exchanges, especially if you're going to look at this as like a long-term hold. Like if you're just investing in Bitcoin, which that's what Bitcoin is now, which is kind of weird to think about. It is an investment now. It is not so much the way to transact where it takes the middleman out. That element is kind of gone. It's really just turned into more of that digital gold is what people were calling it. That's really what Bitcoin has transformed into. And I think you're seeing that. I think you're seeing that people are going to Bitcoin kind of as a safe haven, kind of as a diversification. That's kind of why I got into crypto. I decided to diversify. I was like, hey, let me get some exposure. Now I'm going to diversify and add a little bit of my portfolio, a little more of my portfolio to this. And it's now I kind of have everything, in my portfolio, and I'm very, very diversified between real estate, traditional stocks, some investments that I have that are outside. I do private lending. There's just a ton of things that, I've decided to dabble in with my portfolio. But, if one thing falls, hopefully the rest of them don't. That's kind of the idea of diversification. But here nor there, back to the point. Not surprised to see this news, to be honest with you. Not surprised at all. You guys have been seeing the inflows and the outflows, so you're kind of tracking that. Bitcoin has been leaving exchanges at a cyclic rate. They're really hitting some lower numbers, and people are not only buying Bitcoin, but they're holding it, and they're holding it in wallets that are off exchanges. So now it's like real estate is getting, or not real estate, losing my train of thought there. Not real estate, but
ETF.
no. Oh man, retail. There you go. Retail's getting smarter. All right, so retail's getting smarter, and they're holding this on external, or not hot wallets, but off exchanges. All right, they're taking it off exchanges, and a lot of people have learned a lot of hard lessons, I would say. With FTX, with Luna, things of that nature. Now they're getting a little smarter, and they're like, hey, like if my plan is to hold Bitcoin for a very long time, I'm gonna put it on some kind of hard wallet. So
yeah,
it's cool, man. It's good to see this. Now, with that being said, almost a segue into what I was talking about here. Bitcoin is leaving exchanges, and so you can see the data, you can see the metrics that are showing you, the actual the address account on some of these exchanges, and you can see it is trending down. It's trending down, but price is trending up, right? So that means people are investing, and they're holding it, and they're holding it off exchanges, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I do think that it may have a little impact, because as Bitcoin becomes more finite and harder to acquire, that in itself will also drive up price, right? Because it's harder to acquire. So the more of it leaves the exchanges and stays off the exchanges, it now becomes harder to get. And that all supply and demand, that all by itself will actually have an impact on price. So that's why I think you're getting some of those lofty numbers and projections for Bitcoin price. But yeah, man, like to hear what you think. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to you, give you an opportunity to talk a little bit, and hear what you think about both this drop in price and I would say the performance of the ETFs here.
So you talked about it's another way. A lot of people are starting to hold Bitcoin in different ways. So I was watching. I can't remember what I was watching, but it was like a crypto 101 video, and they were like talking about the two different ways that you can hold. It's more than two different ways. It's really four different ways that you can hold crypto now. You have your centralized exchange, which you really don't hold. You have the hot wallet, cold wallet. Now you have, like your ETF. So me personally, after 2020 or after 2021, we went to the bear market. And then 2022, once we got that FTX collapse and all these things start collapsing, I really started to move more towards hot wallet. So I think a lot of people, like you said, are moving more towards self-custody, which, Bitcoin was, or crypto was meant to do, self-custody, peer-to-peer, without the middleman. A lot of that has gone out the window, and a lot of it has transitioned to just being a store of value, or a hedge against inflation, or whatever you want to call it. But that's the beauty of Bitcoin right now. It has so many, well, not so many, but it has a few different use cases. So a lot of people, do send transactions with Bitcoin, peer to peer. A lot of people hold it to store wealth. A lot of people are doing it through ETF. So it doesn't really have a clear identity yet. I think it's coming. I think with more regulation coming in, and more with the big players and the powers that be coming into crypto, I think those those different things that it's used for will start to shrink, where it just will be like gold, digital gold. But people are waking up to just self-custody and not holding it on exchanges, and just holding it and not being shaken out. A lot of people are not being shaken out, even with this dump here. I mean, we went from 108, now we're at 92, with the potential of going to 77. We have two I have 2 charts to look at to see we could potentially go down to around 80 to 77K, which is a CME gap, but I don't think that's going to shake too many people out, the people who've been holding, or even sort of, newer people, because they've been studying. It seems like they've been studying a lot of crypto or Bitcoin, specifically Bitcoin history, and they've seen that, it is volatile, but in the long game, Bitcoin is just basically up and to the right. So hopefully that continues. Hopefully, a lot of people want Bitcoin to fall so they can get some cheaper coins, some cheaper prices, but I don't think it's going to shake out too many people. I haven't seen too much panic. It's really like a boring time, just a lull period. And sometimes that's worse than a drop. So we'll see what happens going into the new year. I think after this, people go into the tax year, the new tax year, they can start taking profits. They can start doing other things, tax loss harvesting, seeing what's going to happen with, what's today, the 30th. Nothing happened with the Tether FUD. So I think we'll be okay. But we do have one line. I think that's the title of the show today. We do have major support right beneath us. We're right beneath us, and we really need to hold this. So
Yeah,
we'll
we
see.
wicked off of it today.
Yep. So we'll see that when we
Nice.
go to the
A
chart.
nice bounce
Right
off
off
it.
the chart. Yep. I mean, right off that line, because I got it. I'm looking at it right now. So we'll talk about that in a second.
It's now known as the TradeFly channel, baby. All right. That's how I was talking to Piper earlier. I said, "Did you talk about it? Did you talk about the channel, man?" He was like, "Nah." He was like, I pulled up the Wallen chart." I'm like, "Come on, dog." That's all good. It's all good. Hey, Trade Intuition, what's up, dude? Good to see you in the chat. Missed you as well. Glad to see you, man, and I hope you had a happy holiday. And I also see Crypto Billy in the house. What's up, brother? Hope all is well. And Mr. J, my dude, he said he's at a Texas Roadhouse, man. If you know, you know. Me and Jay, man, I would send him pictures of the cinnamon butter every time I would go, because he does not like Texas Roadhouse. So I had to rub it in a little bit, because I do like Texas Roadhouse. So that's awesome. I'm happy to see
you. Peanuts on the floor?
You can. Well, I don't know if you can throw them on the floor. That was I think they stopped in the one section in the waiting area. I think you're allowed to throw them on the floor. I don't think they let you throw them. Lone Star used to let you throw them on the floor everywhere, and I think Texas Roadhouse started off that way, but now it is they do it only in the waiting area. They let you throw it on the floor now. Now they give you like a bucket or something.
Oh,
but
yeah, them peanuts was everywhere when I was going.
Oh yeah,
sure, I was throwing them everywhere. But back to crypto though. Mr. J, I think he had a comment. Was it Mr. J? Let me look back, or was it Jesse? You can go ahead. I've seen a good comment. I gotta find it. Give me a second. You can go ahead.
All right, couple shout outs too. See somebody in the chat here, Road Dog Crypto. He said, "What's up, man?" Say what's up to you as well. Hope all is well. And all right, cool. Let's keep this party started, or get this party, or keep. Oh shit, let's just keep going. All right, you know what time it is. We got to bring up our third member of the show, Mr. Elmer Fudd. And here we go. You know Kabisi letter. It's the home of the FUD, baby. Breaking MicroStrategy stock. MSTR drops below 300 in after-hours trading for the first time since November 8th. Stock is now down 46% since its November 21st all-time high. Now, I don't love to see this, but I love that it proves my point. All right, so we've had a couple discussions, and I know there's some other content creators that disagreed with me when I said this, but I see MicroStrategy as a leveraged play on Bitcoin in a sense. All right, like I'm not saying that I don't understand that you are investing in that company, but it is highly volatile based on the price action of Bitcoin. That is the correlation that I see. Now, MicroStrategy could ultimately like go under, like if Bitcoin, falls to certain levels and they get, I don't know if they have any of it leveraged. They might, which then there could be like issues with liquidations, right? Because that's kind of what happened with some of the exchanges that went under. They were taking leveraged plays on cryptocurrencies and they got liquidated. And that it was like this cascading effect of people just getting wrecked. Hopefully MicroStrategy is not doing it. I think they kind of are in a sense though, because they are taking out loans and against some of their assets, and then they're reallocating it into Bitcoin. And so it's scary business. And I think Blood, when we had Blood on, he was kind of talking about that. And I agree with him when we're talking about, hey, like it's a scary proposition to invest in MicroStrategies. But the way I'm seeing it is, as Bitcoin price moves up and down, it's almost like a leveraged move or a leveraged play on Bitcoin. So that's kind of like what I see with that. And this kind of shows you, right? Bitcoin is now retraced a little bit. And MicroStrategy is taking a big hit, down 46% since November 21st. That's kind of wild, man. That's a big pullback on a large company, and it shows you how tight that correlation is to Bitcoin, right?
Yeah. So my question is, it's sort of like the chicken and the egg. Did the chicken come first or the egg come first? Like, is MicroStrategy leading Bitcoin, or is Bitcoin leading MicroStrategy? And is Michael Saylor and
Bro, let's
MicroStrategy
look
not
at it.
buying, causing the price to come down? Because they were just buying and buying. Every time we looked up, he was buying more and more Bitcoin. Now we
Let's
haven't
look at
heard
it.
of it. I think it was like a blackout period. Now the price of Bitcoin is coming down. So yeah, let's look at it and see what
I'm all about it. I love the question, man. I love the question. So let's go to November 21st. Bada bing, right here. All right, so here's November 21st, and let's take these are Heikin Ashis. Let me get out of the Heikin Ashi real quick.
Yeah.
Cuz that leads you astray sometimes. Cuz I want to see candle close. All right, so candle close for November 21st. Let's go ahead and take the next one, but it doesn't matter. 98.3. 98.3, and we're down about $6,400. Let's measure that. So about 98.3, the current price, 6.41%, 6.5. Okay, now let's go to MicroStrategies. That's going to be under stocks, MSTR. Oops, only I could type. TR. All right, MicroStrategies, NASDAQ. Let's add that. And here we go. And so November 21st. Oh, geez, that just dumps. It never even went back up.
So I mean,
It
look
just,
at that candle. Look at that huge red candle.
I just went back
Yeah.
just because I wanted to see, because we still had a nice move up to about 106, 108. And that dumped
Oh yeah.
on the
Once I
21st.
seen that,
It had a little push
I
up.
would've been short.
Yeah, it had a little push up, but it never went back. Let's look at even that next candle. If we take the 22nd, let's see what we're looking at. That's 28% off the next candle. Yeah, man, that does not look good. And it's still pulling back. I wonder why that is.
Is that
People,
red line? Is that red moving average the 200 at
that
the
is
bottom?
the 200, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what as that comes up and the price comes down, that'll be something that I'll be looking at for MicroStrategy.
Hell yeah. The
Because look how
FD
it's been
knows.
interacting on that 200. Every time we've come down, it seems like we've got some type of
Been support.
significant bounce. That's basically just eyeing it, looking at it. That's what I would be looking at.
Let's see here. So that's a new high, low. Let's take a fib retracement off of that. That's tough. That's a huge wick. Oh, look at that. So dude, this is cool. I love looking at fibs sometimes. So you could fill this gap here on the daily, and you'll get the dynamic reactor as well as the close to the dynamic reactor. It's leveling out because the price is coming down, but if you get any kind of like push up and then down, like let's say it pushes up a little bit and then comes back down, you could get the dynamic reactor to come up just a little bit and level out, and then you really find confluence between a gap, the golden pocket, and the dynamic reactor. And I bet it just depends on where you take it from, but that's a nice little area. So there's something for you guys to keep an eye on. Fill this gap, and you're looking at about $280. Might not be a bad spot. To look at some MicroStrategy. And then, as FD said, if you're looking at the 200 SMA, you're now getting into the platinum pocket, right? They're getting a platinum pocket. You got confluence with the 200 top side of that. That's looking at about $207, $208, right? So that's, you could lather into that a little bit. Kind of not a true DCA, but kind of, right? You just lather into the trade. You take your first bet here when it pulls back to the golden pocket, and then you add to it here, add to the position here at about 208. That could be a play. That could be a play for MicroStrategy. And that's just a quick look, nothing too crazy, not a lot of, hardcore TA, but looking at the oscillator, that still needs a reset. You did get a reversal here, but then it's since retraced a little bit more. So it needs a reset. You need to see it work its way back up. You could look for, maybe 2 bounces here in the golden area, the golden pocket, but I don't know. It moves quick. So it doesn't really show you that that trend of testing an area twice. It goes, it'll reset. It's kind of like a stair step right here. Remember we looked at that on Casp a while ago. It's just up, little retracement, up, little retracement, up, retracement, up, retracement, and this is the biggest retracement we've actually seen in quite some time for MicroStrategies. We'll say all the way since September.
So if we go down to those levels, because I had some levels drawn out on my chart too. If we go down to those like low 200s, Bitcoin is going to probably be at around 70, around 80K.
They're trying to correlate the prices. Yeah.
So I'm thinking somewhere around there. So if we do get some sort of pullback and then a bounce, if you're trying to play the stock market or if you're trying to play some options, I know people play options. I think that would be a good play for MicroStrategy. Because if Bitcoin starts going up, MicroStrategy is going to go up. It just is what it is. So if Bitcoin goes up and you know how to play the stock game, the leverage option game, or things like that, then I think that would be something good too. Well, but it's all a pretty big risk. You just got to figure out the bounce. But I feel like we'll know though. You kind of know the bounce. You kind of know when the sentiment starts to change in crypto. Crypto is the speculation and the sentiment gets so thick. It's like you can cut it. So once that starts to come back, you can kind of feel when to go long. Like a lot of times you don't even have to look at the chart. You can tell by sentiment when it's time to go long. So that's one of the. Of course, I'm technical. I'm very technical about my analysis, but I'm also taking into account that that sentiment and seeing when that sentiment changes. Because right now it's bad. It's bad right now. It's not like horrible, but it's let me tell you, it's pretty bad. And like I said, it's a lull period. And if we break down, we're breaking down a little bit right now, somewhere around that. I don't know if it's TA time, but around that 91,000.
Oh, Gucci, man, we do what we want on this show. That's the beauty. Nobody tells us what to do.
Exactly.
What do you want? What do you want to look at? I was just measuring. So I was measuring where we're at down to the golden pocket and that filling that gap. That's about an 8.5% move from MicroStrategies. And then I was like, all right, well, where's this horizontal level? Because we had this range right here. We've been talking about this range, bottom side. That's at about 85K, and you have the dynamic reactor working its way up, and that's about a 6.5% move to the negative, right? So that makes a lot of sense. Maybe, about 6.5. That makes a lot of sense. And look how the dynamic reactor is right under that level of horizontal support. And then the dynamic reactor is right underneath of the golden pocket on this fib retracement. Matter of fact, let me do a fib on Bitcoin too. So let's see. Hi.
I'm just looking at MicroStrategy, man. In retrospect, looking at this, it's like, man, this was such an easy play. It's all easy in retrospect, but
I'm feeling like it's a beautiful thing, right?
Yeah, I'm feeling like the next area, we're at 293. I think we can pull back a little bit more. I think Bitcoin may come down a little bit more. I think we can come down to maybe 270, 260, 270 for MicroStrategy. I think we can after hour, where are we at right now? We're at 3. So I think we may come down a little bit more. I think Bitcoin is, because it's super correlated right now. Even when I look at these charts, they're just, the ebbs and the flows are pretty much spot on. So really watching MicroStrategy, I'm just trying to figure out which one is leading which one. If I can figure out which one is leading which one, I can get the jump on the ladder. So that's what I'm really trying to figure out right now. So if Bitcoin goes up and then I start seeing MicroStrategy start to move, I'll go be a stock bro for a day or two. But for the most part, I'm thinking Just depends. It depends. I'm gonna do a little bit more analysis. Glad you put this on my radar. I'm gonna do this tonight once we get off.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely be interested, man, because like I said, like the percentage drop between the two of them is very similar to hit some key levels of support.
Yeah.
So that'll definitely be interesting. Dynamic reactor is working its way up. You got the golden pocket here. There's definitely, you know, some support that we can find some bounces here. And yeah, like I said, I think MicroStrategies will move a little bit harder than Bitcoin. So cool. Let's work our way back over. Where were we? We gotta do the market update here. We'll run through that pretty quick. See what we got in the chat. Say what's up to people in the chat real quick, and then we'll get over to the market pulse here. Let's see. MicroStrategy was a successful software company first. Smashing is a favorite pastime. Oh, you talking dirty. All right. All right. Hope you're talking about smashing those likes, baby. Smash them. All right. Let's see who we got. Oh, here we go. Cough persistent. Go get checked. Makes me nervous. Dude, it happens to me. I get a cough maybe once every couple years, and then I hold on to it for about a month or so. But then in the middle of it, like, I hardly ever get sick. So it's like, it's one of those things, man. I think I had something when I was a kid. I did have like asthma and stuff like that I grew out of. But who knows? Let's see. Maybe I'm just getting old. You know how people get old, they just start coughing. They get those old, like, nasty coughs. I feel like that's me. Alex, crypto, my dude, what's up, man? We gotta get on a call, man. I miss talking to you. I'm gonna call you soon. Maybe tomorrow. You know what? I drive home. I should be driving home Wednesday. I'm gonna call you Wednesday afternoon. If you're not live. My dude. All right. Let's see. Let's do the market update. We're doing it. I promise you. And actually, this is not the market update. This is the economic calendar. We don't have anything on the calendar till January 3rd. There you go. Knock that out. Now we're up to the market update. Total market cap is sitting at 3.32 million. Trillion. That is up 0.69%. 24-hour trading volume is at 78.28 billion. That is a decrease of 25.15%. Bitcoin dominance currently sitting at 56.53%. That is down 0.25% over the last day. Fear and greed index, you know, we got to click it because it just, for whatever reason, the front page does not update. 48. So we're sitting at neutral right now, and we're on the decline. Steady decline. Last month, you can see, was extreme greed at about 83. Last week was neutral, and now we are trending down, down, down. Actually, you can see it on the map here. Damn, look at that. Shows you the whole trend right there. So working its way down. There's obviously some people that let's check this out. You know what? This is like a fun day for us to just kind of look at some stuff and see like different correlations. But let's go to 3/12/2024. Why not? Y'all get to suffer with us. 3/12/2024. I want to see. Because there's people, this is their trading strategy. They literally just look at extreme greed and extreme fear. And that's when they sell. So oh geez, I went way back. There's January. Scroll. Scrolling. What'd I say? 3/12, right? Way back there. 3, close enough for government work. Right here. All right, so yeah, if you would have sold here, that's pretty much the peak of this move up, and then it pulled back. Interesting. Let's see if we hit extreme greed, or sorry, extreme fear. That was extreme greed. Let's go back now. So that was extreme greed. And then we went down to extreme fear starting 7/8. All right. I'm not going to be like, yo, let's take the perfect spot here because that ain't reality. This is where we hit extreme fear right here. The FD's leaving me. He's had enough of my nonsense. You guys probably need the charts, don't you? You need to see what I'm looking at. And FD's gone. So there you go. We'll wait till he comes back. All right. So there we go. So that's July 8th. Losing it, man. July 8th is when we had extreme fear. Now let's go to the chart. Say July 8th. Let's go here. July 9th, right there. So if you would have sold, this always interests me. That's June, that's March. And then what I say, July. There we go. Close enough for government work. Dude, that's a 21% move. If you just would have sold from extreme greed to extreme fear, or short it. Let's say you shorted the market, and then you turn around and you buy again right here. You essentially bought the bottom, like, of that move, right? I mean, there was one little wick right here, but you can see it hit the channel at about there. That's when we were in extreme fear, and it kind of lasted. You saw a couple more hits. Let's go back and just to see the correlation. Damn, I keep on the wrong one. There you go. So there are a couple more hits there. And then it finally broke out. That was in October. But like just this first one right here. So let's say we short here, buy here, and then now let's sell once we get up to November 12th. All right, so November 12th. Let's say we sell November 12th. This is interesting to me. Sorry. These are the times you just get the nerd out. All right, here's 12th. And that would have been, oh my God. I mean, that's basically where we're at price action wise right now. Let's go back to the 8th. And let's go November 12th. 57%. That's wild, man. That's wild. However, if you would have turned around and short it, you're about even right now. So there is that. But you just would have bought. Been sitting pretty right now. But that does, you know. Man. I'm going to do some more studying on that. A little more research on that one. Because that is definitely interesting. The other thing that I always look at is the Heikin Ashi, right? So the Heikin Ashi on the weekly. I think I'm pointing this out to you guys. We did flip. All right. That is I will call it a trading strategy. All right. And it's a very, very simple strategy that you can utilize on the Heikin Ashi. Buy the flips. So every time it flips, like if it goes green, now it doesn't win all the time, but your wins and your losses are rather minimal in comparison. Or sorry, your losses are pretty minimal in comparison to the wins. All right, because when it runs, it runs. That's it's just for whatever reason, it's the way crypto works. But you can see right here, every time it flips, like we go green, buy the next candle. I got to close, obviously, to confirm that it flipped. And then you buy the next one. And these run-ups are crazy. Like here to here, that's a 44% move. That's probably another crazy move. Next candle, we even take the conservative approach. That's another 46% move. Now you'll get some losers in here, like these quick flips. You'll get beat up. But like just a very easy, simple swing trading strategy is just Heikin Ashi on the weekly. And it works, by the way. Like I've gone back and back tested it. I've taken downtrends, uptrends, and I measured it out before, and it was up like 150 some, maybe 200% or something like that. It definitely works, and it can keep you, you know, if you only go long, if that's the approach you want to take. I don't know if it'll work as much that way, but it keeps you active, but it keeps you, I'll say, you know, it keeps you exposed to the market because you have those days, and Piper's kind of talked about this, is that there's a few days, we'll say less than like 10% of the year where Bitcoin really makes its move, right? And you got to be in the market. You got to have exposure during those days if you really want to catch those big moves. So if you're sitting on the sideline and you're kind of waiting for things, sometimes it doesn't really work out. Because you don't have that exposure. So you got to find a way to keep that exposure. This is one way that I have found that you can keep a little exposure and really catch some big moves is, again, just weekly Heikin Ashi. All right, cool. Back it up. There we go, off course again, but I was interested in that, and so we learned something together. Let's go to the crypto bubbles real quick. AI 16Z 34.1%. That's the only big mover today in the positive side. This is top 100 for Coinbase, is my understanding. I don't think that's on Coinbase. What is this top 100? Is just whatever they choose? I guess it's whatever their top 100 is. Let's see. Hex is up 4.2%. FCT is up 2.6%. Everything else, red AF. Cool. Go to liquidation heat map. Let's go real quick. I want to look at the Degen here. See how we're looking. 5.6%. There we go. 6%. All right. So we did actually get a little move down, and then it bounced. We'll probably. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Y'all want to stay in this? We want to close it out. 10%, 12%. We're moving down.
I think let's take the money.
Take it. FD made the call. There it is. That's your winner, you guys. I'm just saying, y'all. Honestly, like, we do get liquidated. Oh, geez, when I close it out, that's how quick things move, man. 8.42%. But you know what? We'll take it. That's a winner. Put it on the books. I'm gonna have to go back and actually collect some data. But I think you guys, like, your hit rate is insane. It's got to be more than like 75% right now. There has been a couple liquidations on there, but still, dang, y'all professionals. I copy trade you guys. I guess I do. In a sense, I do copy trade you, because you guys make the call. So here we are, another winner. Daily Degen, baby. There it is. That's how we roll on here. All right, let's go ahead and X that out. And of course, my ADD is all over the place today, just bouncing all over. Liquidation heat map. I do remember it was up. Let's go ahead and refresh it though, because these things need to be updated. Better lucky than good. Mike, I think, it is a little luck. I think part of it too is knowing when to get out. And so, like, when you go and you look at it and you're like, okay, where are we at right now? One of the things that I used to do, like, it was for a time period, and I would say I was a little less savvy. Is just, I would see like a nice percentage gain and I would just get out. Like, I would have no idea where it was going, what it was going to hit. And I was just like, I'm just going to take the money. And I just kept doing that. And like, I did pretty well with that, honestly, just getting in, getting out, and just not thinking about where it's going to go and trying to hit these levels that, I've got all planned out. But that's not good ways to trade it. But, no one went broke taking profits. So
you know what, TradeFly? When I'm scalping, I'll take, some days when I'm in the mood, I'll take maybe like 20, 30 trades. And when I'm up, possibly maybe 15, 20 bucks, 25 bucks, I'm getting out. Them fees gonna start hitting you depending on the exchange. But if I go down maybe a couple bucks, I get out. But when I usually, like, a lot of times I'm in the green. Like, if you get good entries, like if you know how to trade a little bit, you get good entries and you're taking profits quick. Really, it's the fees that kill you. If you know how, you just really have to know how to maneuver with them fees and try to get with a broker or somewhere that has low fees. But a lot of times, usually when I'm trading, I'm usually always in the profit at some point, unless I just get a bad entry and it just dumps on me. But usually I'm always in the profit, and it's just me holding too long or just something that makes me lose the trade. But a lot of times, man, well, like on those quick scalps, I'm usually in and out of a trade. But like I said, it's really the fees that get you. So you got to like factor that in too.
Right on. All right, catch on with the chat. I see
that equilibrium of how much leverage and how much to put up. That it's really a science to it, man. It's really a science.
No, for sure. I'll tell you, man. Like, I go back to it a couple of times when we did the trading wars, and what I ended up doing, like, after the first episode, I used the same amount of money. I used the same leverage for almost every trade after the first show. And I just did the same thing. And I had the same routine, the same, I was trying to do like a 2-to-1 risk to reward on every single trade. And I just kept that pretty much till the end. And then I got a little bit squirrely at the end, but that's because I had to. So I think I went full bag. I was like, I'm all in. I'm going to win this. I got lucky. All right. Say what's up to Andrea. I see her in the chat. And who else we got in here? I think I saw, there she is. Wick's wife, fine, 8 and 9. My lady, welcome to the chat. Looks like she didn't get her notification. I don't know why. So it looks like you got some advice though. So here we go. And then Andrea, are you talking dirty, girl? Talking about exposure? I don't know. I know I was talking about
You might
exposure to
came in on the
Bitcoin.
wrong side of the conversation.
She talking dirty in here in the chat. All right, Andrea. All right, here we go. Let's keep this party started. Bingo, bango. There we go. All right. On to the liquidation heat map. We're looking at that. You can see some liquidity building up here at about 95.2. Keep an eye on that. And then you got some liquidity down here as well at about 91.2. But the hot spot is about 95.2. So there's the two areas to keep an eye on for liquidity. Now, since we've just gone completely off the deep end, pretty much this whole show, let's zoom out a little bit. Because one of the things that FD talked about earlier is, some areas to find support for Bitcoin if it were to continue its way down. There's an area that I want to point out to you guys, especially, I know that most of the Nightcappers that you guys have been here for a minute, so you have heard about this level. I'm big. I'm big when you see a hot spot, when you're zoomed out, you're looking at it kind of in the macro here. Let me zoom it up. I think it's behind FD right now. There it is. But now you can really see it. All right. So 64.8, 64, yeah, around there, around 64.8, 64.5. That's where the bulk of the liquidity is sitting on the 3-month. All right. So that's very, very important to know where that liquidity sits. I know it's scary to think about. I know it's scary to hear, but just know that there is liquidity there. Again, not saying it's going to go there. The big spot for me was at about 50K. We talked about that at nauseum. I'm not going to beat you up with it, but this, what you're seeing right now, you're seeing about 650 mil, and this is per level, 500 mil per level. When it was at 50K, we were talking about a billion. There was billions of dollars of liquidity sitting at 50K. Not the case here. It's about half as much, but it could be a driving factor. And we're going to keep an eye on this, right? Because if we do start coming down to these levels, this is why I'm talking about it. We start pulling back a little bit. I think FD, you mentioned what, about 80K or so? Somewhere around there?
Yep, somewhere around 70,
no liquidity
80K.
there. There's no liquidity. So that could get a little scary, right? When you don't have any liquidity sitting there, that means that we're going to go down even further potentially. Or that's the area, I guess you could find a reversal because there's no more liquidity to chase, but I just think if we get below 80K, it's too damn close. It's too damn close from not to try to. What's up?
I didn't mean to cut you off, but when I'm looking at the heat map and I see something like that, and I see price levels or price points that I'm looking at, and then I go to the heat map and I see something below it, I see a lot of liquidity below it. What I usually would look for is a sharp cut through my level to touch that liquidity really quick, and then a quick bounce back
down.
Up. Yep, quick wick down to get that liquidity grab, and then bounce right back up. So there could be something like that as well.
Yep. Yeah. No, I 100% agree with that, man. But I know there was people talking about something around 70K, and I was like, we go to 70K, we're going to 64. There is no doubt in my mind. If we go to 70K, we are going to 64, and I've been very adamant about that, because that's where the liquidity is. It's just too close. So keep an eye on that. And I want you guys to kind of be spun up and know where the liquidity sits. It's really good information to know, especially if we get any kind of major retracement. And again, we're not here saying it's going to doom and gloom. That's not what we're saying. We're just saying be smart. If it does come down there, know that, if you're down around 70K, you're going to have more than likely, a better chance that you're going to go down below, 65, somewhere around 64. So, and then that's an area where you might find a bounce, right? You grab that liquidity. That's what I was playing last time, is that they grab that liquidity, then you get your turnaround, and then you start going up and right again. And that's okay, right? Because that last pullback we had at about 50K, then you get another one that goes down to about 64K. What are you doing? Higher highs, higher lows, man. So bullish structure's still there. People get scared out. Institutional investment comes in, puts price back up, and we carry on and we keep moving. We start going up to those levels, those crazy levels that people were talking about. So I'm not saying any of that's out of the cards. I'm just saying there's a lot of liquidity sitting somewhere. Make note of it. All right. So we've mixed in a little TA. We've done a little bit of that. We've steered off course quite a bit. The return of the airplane. Here it is. The return of the airplane is here. We've already talked about the Heikin Ashi on the weekly, so no more lip service there. Let's go candles. Let's go daily. And let's see what we're seeing on Bitcoin. I think we've talked about it a little bit. But for those who have not been around, I will point this out. All right, this channel right here, it goes way, way back. All right, it goes back 2021. That is the basis. This is the top part of the channel. So that's about what I'll explain to you right now. Just understand that this channel has been very, very important for this trend. All right, for the bull market, we'll say it has been very important. It has been support at the bottom parts, and now it has been support at the top, right? So what was resistance was flipped into support, and we are testing that area right now, okay? Is it going to hold up? That is the question of the day. All right, why do I have an airplane? Well, today we got a really nice move, right? So you saw us set up the trade live. We did it live at 91.5. Where do we come today? 91.271. We did it live, 91.5, right? So understand you got a nice little bounce. Let's go to a 4 hour because I want you to see the bounce, right? And it's short term. A lot of times when I'm saying, hey, get in, get out, you can make this trade sometimes in less than an hour, where it comes down to these levels, you get these wicks off of it, and then you come up to a moving average like the 21 or the 50, you get out. But this is what I'm talking about right here. You get this is when I say, like, you're looking for some price action when we get to those levels, and here we are. All right, so let's measure it. All right, so let's go from 91.5 right there, and let's just go up to the 21. That's a 3% move. So you had a 3% move, and we used 10x leverage. It's not bad. All right, that's a nice little move. So, you know, that's what I love to see. Now it's just a matter of us saying, are we going to hold? All right, are we going to hold the line here? We already got our little move off of that area, which was cool. That's fire. But now it's a matter, this needs to hold. All right, so we're going to keep our eyes on that. Definitely keep an eye on that, because if it breaks down, you know, I would say you do have the bottom part of this range right here. It's very small, but you had an ascending triangle that was built right here. And actually, that's kind of the basis of this trend line right here. All right, horizontal, you can see that. That's 382 right now. But you also see the ascending level of the higher lows, right? So you're building pressure up, boom, and it popped off there. But now, you know, if we break down, we got to say, okay, well, where can we go? And that's when we start coming to the daily, and we start looking at where's kind of the next spot. And that rate for me is around the 0.5. That's about 87K. So if we break these levels, this is where I would be interested in potentially, you know, taking a position. And this would be a short-term position. I don't think I'd go heavy. And I'm going to be honest with you. Even though this is the golden pocket, in a sense, and this is one of those things that could bite me. There's not enough here for me. I'm gonna be real with you. There's not enough like volume, historicals. There's nothing for me to reference here, right? Because 81K is still over our previous all-time high. So there's a lack of data here for me. And even though we have the dynamic reactor, which has been fire, and we have found, you know, support off of the dynamic reactor quite a bit, you know, in this move up, you can see, you know, it's finding support, didn't stay under long, came back up, and it's just been up and away. There's not enough there for me. So then I start looking for other areas of confluence, and I come back to, okay, where do we have support and resistance previously? Well, you come back left on the chart. Now I get a little more excited, right? You talk about this old all-time high, that's about 73. Cool. You got the 200 SMA working its way up. You got another trend line. This is the median of the channel. All right, so now we're building confluence. This gets me a little more excited. This is like, okay, now I'd be willing to throw some money out there. Like, and this is what I'm talking about, maybe a larger capital type swing trade, is when we start building this confluence, when you have the platinum pocket, you got the median of the channel, you got a horizontal level, and you got the 200 SMA. So let's mark that on the chart, right? Let's put a Bitcoin logo there, right? So we can remember it. There you go. So this is an area with confluence. This is an area that I would be a little bit more excited about getting into a larger position. And that's really what I'm going to keep an eye on. Will it come down there? Don't know. Don't care. Honestly, I mean, I guess I do, because I'll get into a position. But really, like, it's not a big deal if it does or doesn't. And that's which I guess you need to get into my head a little bit, and how my rationale and how I think. you know, like it's not a big deal to me, you know, whether it comes down here or not, but I'm going to be ready, right? If it does, like I was ready for this, you know, did that. And you guys saw me do it. Like, what was it, a week in advance? Had to have been a week in advance. The 50K thing, when I got into that, I was in it, I think a month and a half or 2 months in advance, right? So it's identifying these levels of confluence, these high, I don't know, high areas of confluence, if that makes sense. But that's the way I like to approach things. And this is, I play the waiting game a lot. I will say 80% of the time I'm playing the waiting game and I'm waiting for price action to come to me. It's just really my approach. And I found, I would say, probably more success in that. Like the scalp trades and the intraday type trades, a lot of times when I get into those, that's more a matter of, you know, low capital positions. And that's just, you know, I got to get the itch, you know, so I like to trade. I like to have a little fun. I make some money in the meantime, but it's nothing too crazy. So, all right, let's look if we get a little recovery here, all right, because that's what we're hoping for. Ultimately, that's what we like to see, is we like to see this hold up and start pushing back up. Where do we have resistance? Well, we got a lot of it. Like I said, when I talked about this, I believe last week, we're like, hey, a lot of the resistance is on top of us right now, and that's what you got to keep an eye on. You got the 0.236, you got a horizontal level, you got the 21, the 50, that's about to cross to the negative. So you got a lot of resistance up here. We're gonna say it starts at around 96.5 or so. And just looking back left, you can see where there's different areas of support and resistance at that level as well. So, you know, I think that's gonna be your first stop in terms of, you know, hitting your head on something. Really, I mean, you got a wick off of that. So there was selling pressure here, and that's actually a little lower. That's really at about 95K, and you do see some wicks. So you can see, like, if you just make the line, do it. It always makes it easier when you actually draw the horizontal. It's a pretty good rejection off of that area, to be perfectly real with you. You can see the wick, see continued downtrend. Coming back, look at this. So you see the wick. So there was buying pressure in this area. Another wick right there. Another wick right here. Well, this one actually went all the way down 382. But you can see that this area was important level of support, right? At about 94.8, 90, we'll just call it 95, make it round. But you can see it was an important area. And now we've come down and we've really kind of retested the bottom side of that. So could we be flipping, you know, what was support into resistance? I would say likely. And, you know, now it's a matter of, do we break down from here where we have this key level of support, or are we able to break through this? And again, even if you break through that, there's resistance all the way up to about 98.5, and even a little higher, really 99.6. That's probably where I'd say, okay, now we might have an opportunity, because you really want to break this right here to show you, hey, like we're reversing this trend, right? You want to break this area right here. That's kind of key to you, right around 100. So me waffling all over the place live with doing TA as I'm looking at things live, you know, that's how I roll apparently. But yeah, that's a couple key areas for you. I think, you know, about 100K is really important. Not only that, you know, we start talking about that psychological thing again. And yeah, we broke it. Now we got to get back up to it. And then again, resistance. So you got resistance all over you on top. Let's look at the 4 hour just real quick. I want to see if there's any confluence in the resistance. So there you go. You got the 200 dynamic reactor. So again, there's just a ton of resistance on top of you. And I don't like that in terms of taking a serious long position. Man, that's tough. That's real tough. Because look at the price action you got off of this the first time we came down. That was nice. But now it's almost like it's just stair stepping down. Look at this. I mean, looking at the moving averages, rejection, really rejection. So be very, very careful. You know, if you caught this move, the wick, cool, congrats. If not, I would say be careful. I mean, this is the key. It's a key area. The key area. I mean, the bold would take it just based on it being an area of support. But I would prefer, you know, probably something like this, where you're seeing bullish divergence. and then price action came down. You got a nice move up before we saw a rejection. This is a little bit scarier, right? Because now technically you're setting a lower low, and it's stair stepping down. This is just showing weakness. Here's the one more thing to take into consideration before I turn it over to FD. It's the end of the year. There's a lot of people that are selling. There's a lot of people that are, even though, most of us are probably in profit, I'll say, there's a lot of people that aren't. All right, they've made silly plays this year, and somehow, some way, or they're one of those people that when it got up over 100K, they bought in as retail. All right, there's going to be that. There's a lot of people that came back into the market, and a lot of it had to do with getting over 100K. So now they could be panic selling, and that'll lead into something like this, where you get this kind of cascading effect of like, oh, we're under 100K, people are going to sell off. Oh, it's going down, people sell off. Oh, it's still going down, more people are selling off. So that is a possibility. That is definitely a possibility. So here and over there, we are at a critical area of support. Let's not get too doom and gloom. Let's hope it holds up its support. Yeah, do that. All right, over to FD. Let's see what you got, man. I know you're the altcoin king, so over to you.
I was looking at Bitcoin, but
of course, I'll just I'm putting myself on mute.
Everything that you pretty much said, I come with the same pretty much areas, but I come from a different view. Like, I'll keep it really short and sweet because I want to get to the game, and my wife made some barbecue chicken. But what I'm looking at right now is, this is what we need. We need to get back in this channel. This is the channel. This is my channel that I really want to see us get back in. And it's coming in at about $100,000, which is a psychological level and it's a technical level. If this has been the secret for me, this is what I've been trading. This on a 4-hour time frame. This 20-day moving average has been spot on, man. It's been spot on. This is what I've been using to swing trade for like the past few weeks to possibly like a month or so. I mean, it's been spot on. So if you haven't been, put this on your chart and just look at this. I mean, you've been getting your bounces. We come back below, use as resistance, get back above, use as support, support. Then we had these huge run ups, support, basically. Now we're using it as resistance. So I've been looking at this, really want to get back above there. It is curving down. That's coming in at about 98.5 with it'll be curving down a little bit more as the price goes down. But like TradeFly said, we had this, where's my drawing tool? We really need to hold this level here. And this is, my yellow line coming in at about 91,400, 91,300. I don't want to use this as, I don't want to lose this, use this as resistance, and then we come back down here. And this is what my volume profiles. This will be the end of my cushion, as I like to call it. We have all this cushion right here. If we lose this, we have nothing but space in between here. So I want to hold this. I think TradeFly said this level 2 at about 86 or 87K. So I'm coming in at about 86.5 to 87K, this area here. So I think that's another area TradeFly mentioned. If we lose that, I think we're coming back down to that CME gap. And this is what I've been talking about from on my channel. The CME gap that we're looking at about 77 to 78K. And lastly, what TradeFly was talking about was this 200-day simple moving average. And the 200-day usually predicts if you're in a long-term bullish or long-term bearish trend. So I really want to hold that. And what is that coming in? That's coming in right around the 2021 all-time high at about 69 to 70K. So we got some levels that we need to look for if we do start to break down, but all hope wouldn't be lost. But I really want to hold this. X marks the spot. I really want to hold that. I really don't want to, even if we come down and hit that level that TradeFly talked about on the liquidation heat map and then bounce back up, I think that'll be okay. But I really don't want to lose that 2021 all-time high because we had a rough time getting above it. So I really don't want to lose that. I really want to hold that 69 to 72K area if we do come down. But we haven't broke down so far. So we possibly could just start making our way back up. We reclaim this 20-day, all bets are off going to the downside because it's really been acting as major support and resistance. And when it comes to altcoins, I mean, I don't have anything too much. Like all these altcoins are just bouncing. They're getting dead cat bounces and then they're going down a little bit more, but they are holding up. They are holding up fairly well. As to what Bitcoin is doing. So we are at 57, almost 58% for liquidation. I mean, not liquidation, for Bitcoin dominance. So I mean, until the new year, I say we start getting some sort of resolution in the markets probably next week, probably going into this weekend once 2025 starts, which is crazy to even think about. We're in 2025, man. Congratulations to everybody who's been holding the fort, man. I can just remember my journey into crypto, almost 5 years ago. So little under 5 years ago. So it's crazy to even think that we're in 2025, but I do think we're going to inevitably get back into this channel at some point. We get back into this channel, then all-time highs after all-time highs after all-time highs, and then potentially break out for a blow off top. So that's just what I'm looking at from a zoomed out perspective. Altcoins, I mean, if you think the bull run is going to continue, this is a gift. I'm just scrolling, scrolling. That's TradeFly likes to say, and all I see is opportunity. All I see is opportunity. And if we do start to lose some of these levels and come down, I know my chart is getting a little messy, but these altcoins will come down a lot more. And if you think we're going to bounce, if you think we're going to hit all-time highs again, or if you think we're going to continue our path upward in 2025, use it as a gift and use it as an opportunity. And I think that's what I'm going to do. But we'll see. I want to see what 2020, well, not 2025. I want to see what the first couple weeks of January look like, and then we'll see about that. So that's just my zoomed out perspective. I'm really not zoomed in. I will probably trade tomorrow. I think I'm going to go live after Piper gets off. So he gets off at 10:30, so I may do a live at 10:30. I think I got a podcast at 11, so maybe I could do it for 30 minutes. So we'll see. We can get some altcoins. So you guys, I know a lot of people in the chat are asking about some altcoins. AIXBT, that's been the one that a lot of people have been talking about over the past few weeks. But remember, in September, the end of September, I was telling you about AI agents. A lot of people weren't talking about it. Everybody's talking about AI agents now. I was telling you about AI agents. I was telling you about virtuals. Virtuals was about maybe like 13 cents or 15 cents. So now I think AI agents are the wave. They may be like the new meme coin going into 2025 if we do start to get a nice little push up again. So just be looking out for the narratives and the sectors that are being the most talked about, where people are getting the most excited about. So I do think AI agents. I think that's the AI agents said. That's one. That's one of the sectors that's gonna be pop off. So we'll see. We'll see.
Right on. Hey, I'm gonna go through two coins real quick here, and it's only because we're getting down to some key areas that I've discussed with you guys before. One of them is going to be Cardano. Right now, currently at 85 cents. One of the key levels I've been looking at personally is at about 79 cents. So keep your eye on that. Obviously, you can do your own research, see why that's important to me, but you can see it was resistance twice, right? Resistance here, resistance here. We had that move up. Lets me know it's an important area, as well as you're getting a retrace to about the 0.5 on the fib. Not, typically not a bad thing, right? If you think there's going to be a continuation of an uptrend, you are likely to see an opportunity for a bounce in that area at about 0.5. I do, however, like, about 80 cents, maybe we'll say. Really, actually, I could move that up. I'm kind of looking at the wicks now. Go ahead and move that up just a tad bit based on the wicks here. And there you go. So that's a little closer to 80, 81 cents. So 81, 82 cents here nor there, same, right? So not, you want to see that hold up. You want to see this flip. What's resistance? Flip it into support, get confirmation, and then hopefully you see it move up. It was at $1.32 not all that long ago. All right, so there's something to look at for Cardano. AVAX, we're getting down to a pretty key level as well. You can look back here. You can see, look at all this, the volume that's sitting in here. There's a lot of price action, up, down, left, right, all over the place. But we are now at the golden pocket on this fib retracement. But I'd say the area that I really, really like is a little closer to about $32.81. All right, so two little nice, or not little, but nice levels for you to look at for AVAX and Cardano. I wouldn't be scared to really add into some positions at those levels. And that's, I'm not saying dump in or ape in, but, look at where it was and look at where it is. And if you think it's going back up to where it was, which I think is a realistic possibility for both of those assets or those tokens, then, some key levels for you to look at. So again, own research, do your own thing. Just pointing out some key areas for you to do some research on. So there you go. All right, we're going to go ahead. We're going to start wrapping this one up. It looks you got an update here. 21-13. Who is winning? Who's 21-13 who?
Yeah, that's I think the 49ers, because the Lions got an extra point block. So
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes sense. He said go Niners. Freaking Harp, man. Goodness, Harp. Goodness. All right. Cool. We're going to wrap that one up. Hope you guys enjoyed the show today. Of course, please like and subscribe. We would truly, truly appreciate that. We are trying to grow here. We're trying to do big things. But that being said, we are going to get out of here. FD, you got anything for the people on the way out?
Nope. So we will see you on Wednesday, right?
That is New Year's Day, correct? I think so.
New Year's Day, yeah.
You going to be available New Year's Day? I see you thinking about it right now. All right, cool.
Nope, I'll be available.
Right on. Cool. All right. Well, as always, we love you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being in the chat. Thanks for being a part of this adventure we're going on here. And you guys have a great night. Enjoy the game. And we will see you again in a couple days. Much love to you. Trade safe. Be safe. We're out of here.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange.